What if everything you know about attracting money isn't just wrong, but completely upside down? Not slightly wrong, radically. As if what you were taught has actually been pushing you away from wealth. Take a deep breath with me now. Relax your shoulders. Feel your body slowing down, because what I'm about to show you in this video will challenge everything you believe about abundance. You'll discover why most people fail when trying to manifest money, even while reading the right books, doing the right rituals, watching the right videos, and why others, maybe people like you, see results in less than 48 hours. Sounds crazy? Maybe. But not after what you're going to see here. You've been told that you need to believe in order to manifest, but no one taught you what really activates the energetic field of money, feeling as if it's already real. And the best part? It's simple. Today, you'll learn a technique used by thousands of people who applied it right before falling asleep and woke up to messages, deposits, and opportunities that once seemed impossible. Yes, real money in as little as 2 days. And not because the universe conspired, but because they finally did what no one properly teaches. They stopped trying, and they started feeling. This video isn't about magical promises. It's about reprogramming your mind with a technique that works. But before we continue, test the universe. Like this video right now, yes, right now, because that small gesture sends a clear message both within and beyond. I am ready. Ready to discover that maybe, just maybe, your financial reality will never be the same. You're not here by accident. And I know that might sound like just another phrase, but it's not. You know why? Because you only clicked on this video because a part of you already knows you're ready. Ready to stop trying, ready to stop chasing, ready to simply receive. And it doesn't matter if you've watched dozens of manifestation videos before. Today will be different, because now you'll understand what no one has ever really explained to you. But before I show you how this technique works, I need to tell you something that almost no one believes the first time they hear it. Helena, an ordinary woman in her 60s, applied what you're about to learn here exactly the way I'll teach you, on an ordinary night. She was tired, full of doubts, and overwhelmed by bills, but she decided to do it the right way. The next morning, without even looking for it, she got a call with an offer that covered 3 months of expenses. That happened in less than 24 hours. And that's no coincidence. It's a pattern. Because when you understand how to align what you feel with what you desire, you step into a different level of reality. And this reality doesn't depend on luck or blind faith. It depends on one single thing: feeling like you already have it, not wishing, not wanting, feeling as if it's already true. Have you noticed that when you're desperate for money, everything seems stuck? Things get delayed, payments disappear, opportunities vanish. But when you're calm, when you simply trust, things start to show up. That's because the mind doesn't respond to what you say. It responds to what you feel. And that's what most people ignore. You can repeat 1,000 affirmations a day. But if deep down you're feeling lack, that's exactly what you'll keep manifesting. That's why this works. That's why ordinary people with nothing special are getting results that seem magical. They're not luckier, they just learned how to use an ancient principle. Simple, powerful, and forgotten. And now, that principle is in your hands. His name is Neville Goddard. Maybe you've never heard of him. But if you had, you might have already manifested what you want a long time ago. Neville taught something that, at the time, few understood. And today, interestingly, it aligns with the same principles Buddha taught over 2,000 years ago. Feeling is the secret. It's not about repeating phrases. It's not about visualizing a new car or a beach house. It's about placing yourself emotionally in the state of already having, as if you were there, living it, breathing it, feeling it. Most people live in a state of desire, wanting more, wanting to be more, and that creates an internal state of absence. Because when you desire, you're telling your body and mind, I don't have it. And guess what the universe understands? To keep it that way. Neville said, you must fall asleep feeling as if it's already real. That's the secret. Because in that moment between waking and sleeping, the subconscious mind is open. And what enters in that moment creates the reality you live. And notice how this echoes in Buddha's own words. All that we are is the result of what we have thought. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. This ancient wisdom, often linked to spirituality, is actually a practical technique of mental creation. Helena, the woman you heard about earlier, did exactly that. Before going to sleep, she imagined herself sitting at the table, looking at her bank account with a relieved smile. She felt peace. She felt security. She didn't wish. She felt as if she already had it. She fell asleep like that. And reality responded. You can call it manifestation. You can call it subconscious mind. Or you can recognize, as Buddha taught, with our thoughts, we make our world. Now that you understand the principle, I'm going to guide you through a practical process, a step-by-step to apply this tonight, before you fall asleep. Tonight, when you lie down, before you surrender to sleep, I want you to experience something simple, yet profound. Your first moment of true creation. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and allow your body to release any tension. Remember what Neville said, feeling is the secret. And as Buddha taught, the secret of health for both mind and body is not to mourn the past, not to worry about the future, but to live the present moment wisely. So now, lie down, feel the mattress, feel your body being supported safely. The world outside can wait. This moment is yours. Now, imagine something very specific that represents wealth to you. Don't think about money. Feel what it brings. Maybe it's opening your bank statement and seeing that number that changes everything. Maybe it's paying off an old debt with a light-hearted smile. Maybe it's giving, or simply walking freely without the weight of lack. Choose a scene, just one, short, simple, but one that proves to yourself that you already have it. Now place yourself inside that scene. You are there, living it, acting, feeling. How is your breathing in this moment? It's calm, deep, like someone who has let go of worry. How is your body? Relaxed, as if something heavy has been lifted off your shoulders. You smile effortlessly. Maybe someone calls you and you say, "It's all taken care of." You feel gratitude, but not that artificial gratitude people pretend to have. It's real. It's yours. In this moment, you'll mentally repeat 3 times, "It is done. It is done. It is done." These words aren't magic. They are anchors, doors that close off the world of doubt and open the world of realization. If your mind tries to interfere, if thoughts arise, thank them, smile, and return to the scene. You're training your mind just as Buddha trained his under the fig tree, with presence and persistence. It's not about control, it's about surrender. Now, with that scene alive, with that feeling anchored, you allow sleep to take you, and most importantly, you won't fall asleep hoping it happens. You'll fall asleep knowing it already has. If you've made it this far, know this: you're already in motion. Few people stay the course this long. Few have the courage to truly feel, to do things differently. And that's why now you're going to seal what you've started, not for me, but for you. Write in the comments right now, "It's mine now." These 3 words aren't just a comment. They're a declaration, a conscious choice. They say, "I've stopped waiting. I've stopped wishing. I've decided." And when you write that, something shifts, inside and out. You take ownership, and you join an invisible tribe of people who have also decided, people who aren't chasing miracles, but live as if they are the miracle. And if this made sense to you, subscribe to the channel now, not out of obligation, but because this space is for those who understand that wealth begins with awareness. Here, we don't wait. We manifest. You've already planted the seed. Last night, when you fell asleep feeling as if everything was already real, you activated something deep, a new frequency, a new internal state. But now comes the part that turns this into lasting reality. You need to start living as someone who already is. Neville called this assuming the state of the wish fulfilled. In Buddhism, it's the same as letting go of the illusory self, the one that believes in lack, scarcity, and fear, and recognizing the self that simply is. Today, you're not just going to think differently, you're going to act differently, even if it's in almost invisible ways. Because the truth is, wealthy people don't walk the same way. They don't breathe the same way. They don't talk to themselves the same way. They carry a certainty, and you're going to start carrying it too. Choose a gesture, a small action, something that represents the version of you that is already prosperous. It could be wearing an outfit that makes you feel confident, walking with good posture, head held high, breathing slowly, or calmly organizing your finances like someone who knows money is already on its way. These small acts aren't silly. They are silent declarations of identity. And every time you make one of these gestures, repeat silently, I am the version that already has. I am the version that already has. Buddha said, we are what we think. With our thoughts, we create the world. But he also taught that anything that arises in the mind can be transformed. So transform your identity now through small actions. Because the universe doesn't respond to what you want, but to what you are. That's how Helena started. She began to walk with more presence, to speak with more clarity, to make decisions like someone who knows everything is already taken care of. And the curious thing, it wasn't money that changed her. She changed, and the money simply followed. Today, your only challenge is this. Act like someone who already is. Talk to yourself like someone who already has. Breathe like someone who is already at peace. And if for a second you hear that old voice saying, but I don't have it yet, smile and reply, I already am. You might be thinking, what if I do all this and nothing happens? That's an honest question, and it deserves an honest answer. First, understand this. Doubt isn't the opposite of manifestation. Giving up is. In Buddhism, there's a profound teaching. Patience is the greatest spiritual effort. Because on the path of awareness, time isn't your enemy. It's the soil where the seed grows. If by the third day or the fifth there are still no external signs, it doesn't mean nothing is happening. It simply means the invisible world is still aligning. Just like roots grow before the sprout appears, your reality is already shifting, even if you can't see it yet. And do you know what that means? If you've started, if you've felt it, visualized it, changed your identity, and haven't seen results yet, congratulations! You're exactly on the right path. Helena had doubts in the beginning, too. On the third day, she thought about quitting. She even said, "I guess this isn't for me." But she remembered a simple phrase you can carry with you. If the feeling is real, the result is inevitable. The mistake people make when they give up is thinking manifestation is a reward. But in truth, manifestation is a reflection. You don't receive because you did everything perfectly. You receive because you became the new version, whether or not the result has shown up yet. And when that happens, when your identity no longer depends on external proof, reality surrenders. So today, and in the days to come, practice these 3 pillars. Silent persistence. Keep going without anxiety. Active peace. Walk in peace, but still take action, even small steps. Intelligent detachment. Trust so deeply that you no longer feel the need to control. Buddha said, "Nothing is permanent except change." And that change right now is happening within you. If you haven't seen signs yet, keep going. If you've seen small signs, be grateful. And if you've already received something, share it and inspire others. Because this journey doesn't end with a result. It transforms into a lifestyle, a new way of being. You've made it this far, and that says everything. You've breathed differently. You've thought differently. You've felt differently. And now you carry something that many search for years and never find. The awareness that reality begins within. Neville Goddard showed you the path of felt imagination. Buddha reminded you of presence and impermanence, and you went beyond theory. You lived it. The wealth you seek, whatever it may be, isn't in the future. It's in the identity you've chosen to live now. You're not someone who's trying. You're someone who's already creating. And even if the world outside still looks the same, you know something has changed. because reality is stubborn, but it obeys. And sooner or later, it aligns with your frequency. Now, I want to invite you to do two simple things, but profound ones. First, if this video resonated with you, share it with someone, not to help the channel, but to multiply the awakening. Because maybe you know someone who's still struggling, someone who needs to hear exactly this. Second, if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. Not to follow content, but to follow yourself. This space isn't just for those who want to learn. It's for those who want to remember who they already are. And when you go to sleep tonight, remember everything you've learned, but more importantly, feel it. Feel as if it's already real. Because it is. You now know exactly what to do. Now, it's up to you.